Justin Richardson. I'm with Direct Colors. Today I want to visit with you a little bit about our antiquing stain. We've got a trial kit here, which is where you can pick up to 3 colors and your choice of sealer to sample the colors on your project before you buy for your larger area. So let's start off by looking at what comes in this particular kit. Trial kits will come with your selection of 3 colors. We're going to pull these out and see what we're working with today. Starting off with khaki. We have a nice khaki. It's a great color, by the way. Khaki's a lighter color. It's important to know whenever you're putting these stains down, these are semi-transparent stains. They're not made to cover like paint. So you're going to see a little bit of color underneath whatever you're putting on. That's perfectly normal. It's expected, and that's what gives you a more natural, beautiful appearance. The next color we're working with here today is driftwood, which is a nice darker brown. Also a fantastic color. And the third color selected here is going to be gray. There we go, antique and gray. So also with this is your 4 ounces of a solvent-based seal, which is our Easy Seal, and it's in a satin finish. Easy Seal is an excellent choice for exterior projects. It is solvent-based, got a little bit of a smell to it, but it really ignites the color. You're gonna love the way it makes your color stand out. Also included is gonna be an application brush. It's a 1-inch foam brush, one for each application of material we're gonna work with. Let's go ahead and get this ready to go. Of course, anytime you're working with any sort of chemical, it's good to wear your PPE. I've got on nitrile gloves today, which will help keep your skin nice and clean and protected. Okay, to start, let's go ahead and begin with this particular one right here, which is the gray. This is a 4-ounce sample. You want to make sure this is shaken up extremely well. You can flip this over and look at the bottom of the jar. Sometimes you'll see pigments caked at the bottom. So you want to shake this up thoroughly and make sure those pigments are completely dispersed so you get the best application. There we go. That's good. Take your 1-inch foam brush, dunk it, make sure it's completely saturated in the material, and then just lightly stroke it on. You want to give a fairly liberal application. The way this product's designed to work is the pigments are going to drift, if you will, with the liquid, and they're going to deposit a little heavier in the depressions of your concrete and a little bit lighter on the high spots, which is where you get that nice antiqued effect. That's really why it's perfect on the stamped concrete we're working on right now. Okay, so there's our gray. The next color we're going to work with is driftwood, which is a nice dark brown. Really pretty, rich color. Make sure this is good and tight. Again, we're going to shake it up thoroughly to make sure those pigments are well dispersed. Check the bottom, looks good. Okay, we'll take the cap, then dunk our 1-inch brush. And again, we'll apply it pretty liberally so those pigments can travel and nest the way we're wanting them to. It's a fairly thin product when you talk about viscosity, so we expect it to bleed a little bit. That's not uncommon. It's expected, actually. And you can see, even here with my sample, it's starting to bleed off a little bit to the edge. Don't let that bother you. That's sort of why we're using the tape to control it a little bit, so that'll help. Last, we're gonna come back with the khaki. Sometimes our customers are looking to cover darker existing concrete. That could be really tough to do with most decorative concrete products, really, because they are semi-transparent. Putting something as light as khaki over a dark red or a dark brown, probably not going to give you the results you're looking for. However, that's why we sell the trial kits, so you could sample it and make sure it's giving you the result you want. So let's go ahead and do the application for khaki. Going to saturate our brush really well, once again, and apply liberally. There we go. Looking good. It's okay if this puddles up a little bit. It is going to soak in well, and it'll give us that desired antique look we're going for. Let me set this off to the side. Okay, with antique, it is a solvent-based product, so this has to sit for a minimum of 8 hours. All this chemical has to completely gas off, be thoroughly dry before you come back and put a sealer on it. As it dries, you're going to notice the color starts to dissipate a little bit. You might even wonder, where's my color? But believe me, whenever you come back with your solvent-based sealer in 8 hours and apply 2 thin coats, it is going to stand out magnificent. You're going to love the product. Can't wait to show you what it looks like with sealer. Okay, we are back here with our antiquing stain trial kit application. We put our 3 colors down. We did gray, driftwood, and khaki. I'm sure you're seeing by now that this, as it's dry, the color's really lightened. Almost seems faded compared to what it did when we first put it down. But here's what I was excited to show you earlier. When we apply the Easy Seal, in this case a satin finish, those colors are gonna pop right back out, really show off how beautiful this product is. So let's go ahead and get started with the application. Again, this is our 4-ounce can that comes in your trial kit and the final of the 1-inch foam brushes to apply over the surface. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go with a very light-handed application. I don't want to bear into this and really grind the sealer. It's just very light, very thin applications. In this case, we'll start back here with khaki and work our way forward. So you can see just right away how that really ignites the color. Quite a bit. And I don't know if it's picking up in the camera, but in the low spots you're going to see it a little bit darker, the high spots a little bit lighter. Let's go ahead and do our driftwood, which is the darker brown. Once again, big color coming through. Really pretty. And next we'll do the gray. I hope the camera's really showing off all the variation in color here because it is really, really pretty. And there we go. It's that simple. So that's the end of the trial kit. We're going to give this a good 4 to 6 hours to dry out. That sheen is going to lighten up a little bit. It will be a satin finish when it dries, but the color intensity is going to remain. So we're excited to show you the finished representation here in a few hours.